Today we're boxing the shit out of this. Well, Hotone package, small guitar. I think it cannot be a guitar. I hope it's not another instrument which I don't like. Maybe trumpet or some shit. No. Oh, what does it say? DNAfx GiT Pro. Well, maybe they didn't dare to call that AxeFx Harley Benton, so they had to call it DNAfx GiT. I wonder if it can compete with the other modeling units. So, can we open the box? I guess so. What's this? Ah, this is this strange cable for the UK, I think, which I don't need. And okay, maybe we can open it here. With this army knife, it should be no problem. So, smells okay. So we have a USB cable, very important, because this thing comes with a desktop editor, not like the quad cortex shit. Yeah, and the power supply, this box, and also the cable for this box. That is, it's okay, but of course I prefer the power supply would be built in this thing, and then you have to use only this cable instead of this external box. Anyway, so, and the thing itself is here. It's packed properly, not like the guitars, Thomas. By the way, did you recognize, if you were ordering the guitars, the fusion guitars or something? No, they don't. They enter foam or some shit or paper. It's just the box and the guitar, and the guitar is smashed around. Got one guitar which was broken. Anyway, yeah. So this looks really nice. Solid. It's metal, I think. Also, the pedal is, I think, metal. Looks like plastic, but it's not plastic. I hope we can play metal with this. What else? Yeah, some stickers, I think, over these lights. On these stickers, I don't know. Yeah, and the inputs. Well, we have the amp control, so you could switch maybe an amp channels. You can add an expression pedal here. Oh, there's a small auxiliary in where you can maybe connect your mobile device and listening to backing tracks. Guitar input, send, return. The return is in stereo, so return left, return right. Stereo outputs and also XLR outputs. Ground lift, headphones, MIDI in out, which is very important for me, and a very small, well, power button, which is nice. Not like the quad cortex, where you have to enter the cable and then it's turned on immediately. And these are, well, I think the knobs to adjust the shit out of this unit. Anyway, so let's check out how it sounds. So I was playing around with the unit a little bit and dialed in one patch. So let me show it to you. Where do we have it? It's here. And I have to say, this editor, it crashes quite often. I don't know why. It's a little bit of a shame. Also, you can see it doesn't look that fancy. I personally like it if I understand what's happening, but yeah, this editor is maybe a little bit. You could make it a little bit better, I think. Anyway, this is my effects chain in this patch. I'm using a 808 tube screamer here. You have only these few knobs. In the amp section, I'm using the Marshall JCM 800 model, Brit 800 as it is called here. The cab section, I'm using one stock IR, which is a little bit dark sounding. Also here in the cab section, what's very nice is you have the high and the low cut room. And also the tube emulation is here. So let me turn off the delay that you can hear better. I was choosing the EL34s, but as you can hear. I personally like to play around with that. With some amps, the EL34s seem to work not that well. Tend to get that harsh. But with this amp, it sounds nice. Here I am using the noise suppressor. The unit is quite noisy if you don't use the noise suppression. At least with high gains, of course, but the noise suppression works fine. Also, you can play legato and it doesn't cut off the notes. I'm using the EQ here. I don't use it. It's a little bit too much of these frequencies here, the lower mids. And as you can see here, you have this scroll bar, which is a little bit annoying because, yeah, usually they could have placed more knobs here on this page, I think. Or they could have made the editor a little bit bigger. I cannot zoom here. So yeah, also with this IR I pushed the 4K and the upper mids here a little bit. Sounds nice to me. Got this JCM 800 hot rodded JCM 800 sound with not that much high end. The delay, ping pong delay, as you can see here, only these 4 knobs, and the reverb, Hall reverb. Don't need the pre-delay in my opinion. Tend to use a dark delay, dark reverb. So we can check out some of the stock presets. Maybe we should check out the high gains. I wonder why they don't turn on the noise suppression. Well, it's turned on, but it's not working. So they should adjust the threshold at least. Freeman. Is this the angled power board? AC30. AC30 drive. Yeah, as always, Shredmaster. Oh. Reminds me a little bit of the ADA MP1 preamp. Mid-scoop. Holy shit. Sweet home rhythm. Well, maybe. Marshall JVM clean. Dotted 8 delay. What is that? Poly pitch. Freeman lead. November Rain solo. Well, maybe. Yeah, to me they don't sound that convincing, to be honest. But that's it. When I dialed in my first patch here, I was really impressed how good this unit can sound. To be honest, it sounds really good in my opinion. And also, I think I will do comparison videos with the other budget modeling units, like the NUX MG-30, the Valeton. But from my first impression, I can say it's at least sounding as good as these two units, if not even better. And also, the amps, they feel really well. Really soft and natural when I play. At least this amp. So yeah, let me show you briefly the effects, because I think the one that separates this unit from the other units in that price category is that they're way less effects and that it's well, less flexible. Sound-wise it might be better than the other ones, but we have to wait for the videos to compare them side by side. So as you can see here, you have these blocks where you have only one effects block here. You can move these blocks around, but yeah, you don't have two effects slots like, for example, in the Valeton or the NUX, where you can put some effects in front of the amp, some effects after the amp. At least one effect in front of the amp, one effect after the amp. Here you have only one slot. But let's start with the DNAfx block. This is, as the name says, yeah, DNAfx, so it has compression, slow gear, and, well, gemstone compression. Whatever slow gear is, I don't know. I have to find that out, but only these three things. And I personally would use compression only for cleans, I think. You have the wah here, you can choose from these wahs. And of course you have the pedal where you can assign the wah to, but still I didn't do that. I think here the pedal 1, pedal 2. Pedal 2 is maybe the external pedal which you can connect if you own one. Anyway, let's check out the auto wah. A little bit fast. Maybe we should turn off the delay for that. I think maybe here it would be useful if you could set the tap tempo. Doesn't sound that bad, to be honest. I've seen far worse wahs. In the distortion section you have well, 20 distortion pedals, which is a lot for this unit. But still I didn't play around with that. And yeah, you don't have that much adjustment possibilities here, only these 5 knobs. The amp section, well, which amps do we have? Fender, Bassman, Deluxe, and maybe the Roan Jazz Chorus, I think. Yeah, the Orange, Pyrrhus Archon, the Marshalls, Plexi, JCM 800, JCM 900, JVM 410. Preamp is maybe the JMP1. Friedman, I think. Audio, what is that? It's maybe the custom audio electronics. Youth and Kettner, I think. Here, EVH, PV. Yeah, you have quite a lot of amps, I think. Here are the 58. In the cab section, as I said, I was using the IR here, which is stock. There are other IRs, 31 IRs, I think. And this one is third-party IR, which I loaded. They're quite different from each other, the IRs. And you have to adjust your tone, as you can see here. But I have to say they're not that bad, so you could get good results. And as I said, the one which I like most when I was scrolling through these IRs was the one here with the which is called Audio, maybe from the custom audio electronics. That sounds also nice. Freeman IR, yeah. So I think as far as amp and caps are concerned, this unit is on the same level like the others. The quality is really good of the amp and the caps. Also of the effects, but there are only a few effects, as I will show you in a second. You have the effects loop, which has a stereo input, as I showed you, stereo return, and here the noise, noise gate, noise suppression, working. To be honest, if it's working, well, you don't need more than 2. But in the effects section, it's a little bit of a downer. You have only 13 effects here. 1 chorus, 1 flanger, 1 phaser. And chorus sounds nice, but it's lacking a little bit of the stereo feel, I think. And yeah, we checked these out in another video, I think. Checked them out briefly. They sounded okay to me, but a little bit few, I think. Also, of course, they don't have my favorite widener effect. The EQ section you have, well, 5-band, 5-band, 6-band custom, which is maybe parametric EQ. Yes. But as far as the amps and the caps sound decent, you don't need that much of EQ here. In fact, here I used the EQ, but you can check out. Maybe this one has some other frequencies that it's addressing. It didn't try that out, but maybe it can sound nice too. In the delay section you have 9 delays. Like the Valeton before, maybe not that much stereo delays, which is a little bit of a bummer to me. Ping pong delay is in stereo, which I'm currently using. But the others are mono, I think. Even the dual delay is mono, which is really sad. But yeah, and in the reverb section you have 7 reverbs. So again, not that much. Also not that flexible, like for example the Valeton with 8-foot switches. This unit comes with 4. I would rather compare this to the NUX MG-30. And yeah, I would compare it sound-wise, but also as far as the flexibility goes. Although I have to say the editor of the NUX MG-30 looks way cooler, and also the MG-30 has a little bit more effects, so it's maybe a little bit more flexible. But sound-wise, really, I have to say, these amps, they sound really nice to me, and also the caps. So it's if you don't need that much flexibility, and also you are not the guy who likes to tweak a lot, then maybe this unit is better fit for you, because as you can see, you don't have that much tweaking options, but the amps sound out of the box. And also the caps. As you can see, it changed the cap now suddenly as I changed the bass frequency in the amp, which is maybe a bug in this editor. As I said, it seems to be a little bit buggy. The editor. Yeah, so I'm curious how it will compare to the other units, but sound-wise, really, I think it's yeah, it's really nice. So I wonder if Tomo will come out with a bigger unit with more, yeah, which is more flexible, maybe with more foot switches. And I think the effects which they have here, they all sound also decent. So yeah. Hope this helps you to get the first impression of this unit, and yeah, please check out my other videos which I'll put out where I'm comparing this unit to the other modeling units and also to the higher end units, maybe to the AxeFx or to the Camper. So if you haven't still, please subscribe to my channel, and goodbye.